Welcome, lovers and friends, to the She-E.O podcast. I'm your host, Kelsey Nykole, and this is a raw, real, candid, conversational podcast where we discuss life, love, and leadership as a female entrepreneur. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, and comment. And for your merch, products, and behind the scenes, hit us up at sheeotees.com. Hello, lovers and friends, and welcome back to the She-E.O podcast. I am your host, Kelsey Nykole, and today we are going to talk about how being a She-E.O, how experiencing entrepreneurship made me more money than being on a major TV network ever did. So, as a lot of you may know, I was on VH1 Couples Therapy, and my partner at that time was Ghost from Wu-Tang. And it was a very interesting point and moment in time in my life. And that experience was a very interesting experience as well, which was challenging but rewarding at the same time. You know, before I met Ghost and before the whole TV thing happened, you know, I was pursuing things for myself and, you know, pursuing my dreams and things of that nature. And being on that show and being associated with him in particularly throughout that experience and even thereafter brought a lot to my life. I don't think I knew what I was getting into going into it, but it was definitely a ride. And going into it, like I said, I had no idea coming out of it that so much was going to unfold for me, that so much was going to happen within the realm of me pursuing my own personal dreams and goals, and how some of the things that I was actually pursuing would get derailed by some of the things that just kind of reared its ugly head after experiencing that type of exposure, superstardom, status, you know what I'm saying? So for me personally, I thought that that type of opportunity would enhance my dreams as a music artist. You know, the strategy going into the whole, you know, being a new reality star, when the show actually aired, you know, there was a strategy put in place for us to take the world on with my music, with my career as an artist. And things kind of didn't go that way. Things kind of fell through because I think when you get an opportunity that big on such a big network for such a long time, there's a lot of fear that comes with that. You know, there's a lot of excitement and enthusiasm and the thoughts of, oh my God, this could be this could be that. But there's also the fear. There's also what comes with fear, control. When you're fearful and you don't know what's going to happen, and the fear of the unknown starts to rev up and take over, in a sense, you try to take control. And that's what happened. A lot of people who were kind of connected to the goal, to the strategy, began to try to take control, began to try to do things and implement things that would give them a certain level of control of the outcome and of the rewards. So there was a lot of holding back of some of the things that were planned to actually unfold and to be some of the plans that we were going to implement throughout the process of this show airing and unfolding throughout the 3 months. The show aired between January 1st or 2nd through March, through like maybe the end of March. So it was 10 weeks on TV, which is huge because most reality shows, I don't think, air for that long. So it was great. It was a great opportunity. Very nerve-wracking for myself and everyone else involved. And those nerves and that fear of, the unknown kind of makes people want to control the outcome. And so some people implemented things within contracts that were just not, fair, for lack of better words. So some of the things that we wanted to expose, some of my talents, some of my capabilities, it got cut short, and we had to kind of restart on a thing or two, and it put a damper on me being able to take that opportunity and kind of focus on unveiling a side of me that really had nothing to do with the reality show, but had more to do with the dreams that I was pursuing before the reality show opportunity even came up. So, and honestly, it's in the realm of entrepreneurship. Being a music artist is being your own business, is a realm of entrepreneurship. That's why it's so important to know the business, to know the music business, because it's a business. Like, it's not just this dream, this fun thing, this talent that you get to, expose to everybody. Like, there's business that comes behind being an artist, which is one thing I think a lot of artists don't really understand or grasp or even take seriously as an artist. They just know they want to sing, they know they want to rap, and they know they're good at it, and they know, it's all about the music. And I think it's great when an artist can just be an artist and there are people there to kind of cover the bases of the business. But when you get big opportunities, a lot of people that are covering the basis of the business, they want to eat too. Sometimes they want to eat more than they should. So that put a damper on my pursuit of my music career. But little did I know the whole time what I was doing to even invest in my music career, which was being a hairstylist, was actually the thing, now I look back in hindsight, that I should have been focusing on the most. But I was so fixated on the idea that you just got off TV and then you're gonna expose that you're a hairstylist. Like, no one cares. No one cares about you being a hairstylist. Like, that's regular schmegular chick stuff. That's a regular schmegular type vibe job. But my hairstyling, me being a hairstylist, was actually footing the bill for a lot of the things that I wanted to do as far as being an artist. It was paying for studio time. It was paying for, outfits and hair. It was paying for masters and mixes for my music. It was paying for opportunities to get on certain stages. Me being a hairstylist was actually my bread and butter. It was actually the reason why I could even pursue my music career, but I was putting it on the back burner so bad. And now that I look back, it was like, it should have been the opposite way around. It should have been that I was focusing full throttle on my hair business and putting the music kind of as a secondary thing that I wanted to pursue. But I was so eager, ready, and willing to just pursue this music career and entertaining the masses. And it was cool. It was cute. I had a lot of amazing opportunities. But, after years of pursuing and trying to become this big music entity, artist, phenomenon, I started to realize a lot of things that, entrepreneurship is really my lane. Being an artist is in the realm of entrepreneurship. Being a hairstylist is definitely in the realm of entrepreneurship. And it's been footing the bill for me. It's been making sure I eat. It's been making sure I can send for my son, feed my son. And so really once COVID hit, honestly, that is when I began to notice and, realize that I'm an entrepreneur. I have been given vision. I have been given all these ideas, and they're $1 million ideas. I just need to focus. I just need to focus on entrepreneurship. I need to stop doing what has shown and proved does not work. It's not working for me. Now, these things have worked for others, but it wasn't working for me. No matter how hard I tried, no matter how many rooms I tried to, place myself in, no matter how many relationships I had built in the industry, the music pursuit was not working in my favor. I had all the elements but it was not for me, and it wasn't making me any money. It wasn't giving me the opportunity to get a return on my investment, because I'm busting my butt in the salon and I'm investing in, of course, my bills first and then my music, but the music isn't getting me really any real opportunities. The music isn't taking me to the level that I needed to take me so that I can do the things I always dreamed to do, like making sure my mom could retire early and kick her feet up and be on the beach somewhere chilling after taking care of 10 kids on her own. Giving my dad an opportunity to finally get back on his feet. It's all these things that I wanted to do through my music pursuit, but it just was not unfolding. And after like 10 years of pursuing hardcore, full throttle, I had to kind of take a seat. Well, really, COVID made me take a seat and realize, okay, I think it's time to shift. It's time to make the decision to let this go. And not totally and fully, but you gotta put this on the back burner if you wanna survive in this world. You gotta put that dream on the back burner and focus on these other talents, visions, and creative juices that are flowing in you so that you can survive, so that you can eventually thrive. Because the music industry was not delivering for me. So when I began to start focusing on my hair business, so many things started to unfold. When I began to focus on implementing new strategies, tactics, and even some of the old strategies and tactics that I was utilizing for my music into my hair business, listen, the money started rolling in, the opportunities started rolling in for me. And I ended up working at home, to having a suite, working in a salon blueprint, to having my own salon, because I began to stop resisting. I had to stop resisting where life was trying to lead me. Sometimes we have these visions for our life, these dreams for our life, and the Most High is like, nah, like I got something else for you, but we want to hold on so bad to this thing that we thought was the key, that we miss for so long, for years and years. We miss the success. We miss the real, the real success, the real lucrative concept and purpose for our lives. Doing what you love and being paid for it and changing people's lives and giving people confidence and giving people just a new feel within themselves, a new perspective for themselves is so purposeful. It's so beautiful. It's such an amazing, powerful thing to be able to do. And I wanted to do that with my music, but it just wasn't unfolding for me in that way. And the way the industry was turning, it was like, I'm gonna have to do a certain type of music to get the type of exposure mainstream that I desire. And that type of music is not the kind of music that is really going to change someone's life. That's really gonna help someone want to become a better person. And that's what I wanted. I wanted to pursue purpose that was actually going to help enhance people's lives, people's perspective, people's mindset, people's hearts, people's spirits. And I started to realize that I'm not gonna be able to do that through music, because the females in the industry are not delivering that type of content, that type of, lyrical content, that type of vibe to get to where I really desire to go. Because me, if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna do it. And I wanna be the best, and I wanna be, on the top of the list. Because why do it if you're just gonna settle for mediocrity? That's my mindset. Like, when I go for something, I'm going. And I'm gonna give it all that I got. And I'm going to invest in making it the best that it can be. But for that particular industry, it was not working for me. So I had to kind of check in. When 2020 hit and everything went haywire. I really had to stop and think, okay, stages are closed, concert venues are closed. Previous to that, you started to realize that the opportunities available to you just weren't the kind of opportunities that made sense, that, made you really enthusiastic and excited anymore. So COVID hit and boom, it's like, okay, now what? And the opportunity to become a personal trainer came to the table. So I added that to my repertoire. And now I have this trilogy. Now I have this music talent. Now I have this fitness stuff. Now I have my hair industry endeavors that I can capitalize on. And these are gifts and talents that I have had, that I have honed, that I have mastered over time, because I needed the fitness to be a great artist. I was always in the gym. I was always on the treadmill, trying to keep my stamina up, trying to make sure I had the endurance to be able to last through a performance on stage. So I was always big on fitness. Certain parts of my body, I always wanted to keep intact, because I knew, because of genetics, because of the things that I like to eat, that I was gonna have to fight against the fact. And to keep my body intact, to keep my body presentable for the type of industry that I was in, which was the music industry. And I had to stay polished. I had to stay fit. I had to stay looking the part of an artist. So the fitness was a huge part that I had to implement into my daily life as an artist. And when I worked with a trainer and he tore my muscles up because he wasn't a trainer and didn't know what he was doing, and I sat in the hospital for 4 days, when I got the opportunity to be a personal trainer, I said, oh yeah, because I would never want anybody to experience what I experienced from working with a trainer or someone who's a coach or whatever, that doesn't know what they're doing, that doesn't know anatomically and biologically how to work with different genders, with different people, with different ages, you know what I'm saying? And so becoming a personal trainer was like, duh, yeah, I have a story behind it and I have a purpose, that I want people to get the best out of their personal training experience. I want them to get results. I want them to feel better. I want them to be better. I want them to get stronger. And I desired that, wholeheartedly and in the most healthy, comfortable way. I won't say comfortable, because making that type of transition, making that type of transformation for your life is never comfortable. But being able to give them the results, work with people in the fitness realm without hurting them at the same time. That's what I desired. So that gave me a different level of purpose when I decided to try to help people actually transform their lives and live a healthier lifestyle and add years onto their life. Like, that's amazing. It's an amazing thing to do. So I chose that. And now I'm like, okay, I have my holy trinity. I have the music, I have the hair biz, I have the fitness biz. And I got to it. And I think my biggest hang up, even as an artist, was being so talented, being so good at so many different things. Sometimes you feel like, this is too much. This is gonna be too much for me to present to people, for people to be able to swallow. It's not palatable. So I was so fixated on just presenting one thing, which was the music, for a long time, because I didn't want people to get confused, because I didn't want people to feel too overwhelmed with all that Kelsey is. So I diminished some of my talents. I belittled some of the things that I was also working on and pushed them to the back burner and out of the eyes of exposure from other people, because I didn't want them to feel like, oh, she doing too much, or she whatever. So, coming into 2020, I'm so grateful for all that happened, because it really shifted my mindset. It really shifted my perspective and self-image, knowing that even in a pandemic, I can still win. Entrepreneurship let me know that I am powerful, and my words and my energy put forth in my efforts, along with my connection to God, is going to take me further than anything else ever could. Being on TV was a great opportunity, but I've made more money, I've changed more lives, I've grown my followings doing the things that I love to do in the realm of entrepreneurship. Being a personal trainer, being a beauty industry professional, and being an artist. These industries have taught me so many great lessons. These realms of entrepreneurship have helped me grow as a person, and have helped me help other people grow and transform and advance and enhance their personal lives. And I am so grateful for every opportunity. But as hard as entrepreneurship is, I would not choose any other career, any other title to have. I am an entrepreneur. I am a She-E.O. I am a business babe. I am a leader. I'm a go-getter. And I'm proud of these things. And even in the realm of love, relationship, and dating, there's a lot of narrative floating around that women who are in these types of positions are too masculine, or too busy, or, not fit for relationships. But if that is if being an entrepreneur is to my detriment in the love and relationship area, I'm okay with that, because I don't feel like I am a masculine woman. I feel like I am a woman who has chosen a career path that requires and demands a lot of me. And in that career path, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to win. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to help anybody else that's helping me within that career path win. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to make sure that the career path that I've chosen is going to make sure that I eat and that my son eats, period. And that requires a certain level of attention. That requires a certain level of dedication and commitment. As an entrepreneur, I don't have anybody giving me checks. I don't have anybody making sure that I eat. I don't have anybody marketing and promoting for me. I'm wearing a lot of hats, and that's okay. And in spite of it all, I still make room for dating and relationships. And because I'm balanced. The one thing I prayed for a long time was balance and stability, because I know how important those things are when you have a lot of different things to juggle and a lot of different hats to wear. So I don't feel like I'm a masculine woman. I feel like I've chosen a career path that requires me to be myself, to be a go-getter, to do whatever it takes. And that by any means necessary mentality and go-get can come off masculine. But it is a necessity in this economy, in this world we live in today. It is a necessity that everybody within a household has that mentality, especially us. And that is what it is, and that's okay. Man, some men can't handle it, and some men are gonna respect it. But if that is what it is for me, that I can have a relationship because I'm an entrepreneur, because of the career path that I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change my career path. I wouldn't change being an entrepreneur for anything, because it's so liberating knowing that I have used the power of God inside and invested in me to manifest and create things that were unseen, that were not done before. You know what I'm saying? And that's powerful. That's God work. That is so empowering for me to know that I can make something out of nothing. And a lot of people don't have that type of magic, don't have that type of power. They don't realize they do. Everybody has it. Honestly, everybody has that magic. Everybody has that power. A lot of people don't tap into it, don't realize they have it, and don't care to, because the easy route, or the societal norm, if you will, and I won't say easy, but the societal norm of what it is, what it looks like to be an adult, go to college, get a job, you know, work till you retire, 401k, Social Security, pension, all that good stuff. You know, who that's for is who that's for. But for me, I'm a She-E.O, and I wouldn't change it for no man. I wouldn't change it for anything in the world. I've experienced many things based off my hard work and dedication to being an entrepreneur. I've experienced more things than I ever did in my past being an employee, working for someone else. And I am very happy for the freedom that being a She-E.O has rewarded me. I am very happy about everything that I've learned about financial stability, about financial responsibility, about financial literacy, about setting myself up for retirement, about setting myself up in the ways that other people are leaning on other people to set them up for. And by the looks of how this economy is unfolding, that might be a setup for a failure. So this is why I created this platform, to celebrate entrepreneurial women, to celebrate women who are courageous enough to bet on themselves, to put it all on the table, and to do whatever it takes to make what's in their mind come to fruition, come to reality, be tangible. And that's powerful. Women and anybody that's tapping into that superpower, I salute and I celebrate. And especially for women, because for so long we've been conditioned to think that CEOs are men, you know, business owners are men, you know, the people that are creating these spaces, these businesses, these opportunities have been men for a very long time until recently. And I'm so proud of us as women to have come such a long way to be in a position to where we are creating jobs for other people. We are creating opportunities for other people to win through pursuing the visions and the gifts, the creativity and the talent that God has instilled in us. So salute to each and every woman who is out here breaking chains. Salute to each and every female entrepreneur who is out here balancing the everything, all the things that you have to be on a daily basis. Salute to every She-E.O that has brought their visions to fruition. And that's not just, you know, getting an LLC and building a business and, you know, starting a business, but those who are actually maintaining their businesses, who are shifting their mindsets every quarter to take their businesses to new levels. All the women who are implementing new strategies to make sure that their business not just survives but thrives through this changing and shifting economy that we are in and that we've been in for the last 2 years. For us to be ranked as the top in entrepreneurs and business, small business owners is amazing. It's amazing. We just got to make sure we're maintaining our businesses, we're keeping our businesses, we're staying connected and networking and providing each other with the information so that we can continue to win, so that we can continue to grow. And this platform, the She-E.O podcast, is here for it. So that's a little bit of my story on how being a She-E.O allowed me to have much more success, to make more money than being on actual TV. Most of the time, being on actual TV makes people think that, oh, you made it, or oh, you're winning, or you got the bag. But that was probably some of the lowest moments of my life, some of the lowest financial moments of my life, some of the lowest spiritual, mental moments of my life. Which is why when I had the opportunity to hop out of it, it was hard, but I hopped out of it. And I am so grateful that I did. I'm so grateful that I had the courage and the strength to let go and let God. And I'm gonna end with this. God has to be a part of your business strategy, period. So y'all be blessed. May your businesses be bountiful. May all that you do be fruitful. And I look forward to seeing me on the She-E.O podcast in the next couple of weeks with a brand new guest. So y'all be blessed. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day, week, month, and life. And we'll see you on the next episode of the She-E.O podcast. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, comment, and make sure you guys follow us on social media. On Instagram at the She-E.O podcast. Hit me up at Kelsey Nykole _ on Instagram. Hit me up at Kelsey Nykole on all platforms. That's KELSEYNYKOLE. Peace.